Hello, football fanatics. It's your boy, LiNX Football, and I'm back again today to do, yes, the second episode of LiNX Full Time. And yes, I'm here to talk about a very special game. Yes, Brighton have just faced Manchester United away. And what a result we had. But first, let's roll the intro. So, listen up, people. Listen up. We are here to talk about a very special match, and a lot of you will know a lot about it. We did win this game against Manchester United 2-1 away. Now, look at this, people. Look at my face here on the thumbnail of the vlog. Hopefully, most of you have seen this vlog that came out not too long ago, but have a look at this. It is absolutely beautiful. This was one of the best, well, probably the best away games that I've ever been to with Brighton, and I cannot say how amazed I was, how excited I was, and everything like that. But first, let's bring on Harry.
Hello, mate. All right. Yeah, not too bad. That was a good game up at Manchester United, wasn't it? Really enjoyed it.
Absolutely insane, mate. Absolutely insane. I do apologise, Harry. I went into
No
the studio. That's why Harry wasn't late this time. It was my bad. It was my bad. I need to send him another link. But yes, we're here. Everybody, so glad to see that there's 13 of you out here on the stream right now. It feels good to be here, doesn't it, Harry? And talking about this absolutely fantastic game today. Absolutely amazing game that we had against Manchester United. Couldn't have asked for a better result. First of all, let's just talk about, obviously, 2-1 win. Gross scored 2 goals in that match. How well has Gross been playing recently, Harry? How well has he been playing recently? How important has he been for the starting 11 for Brighton Hove Albion?
He's been vital, honestly. I think we really would have struggled this season, I think, without him. I think he's filled that gap where Basuma left really well, and then alongside Moises Caicedo, I think he's been absolutely exceptional. He's like the engine in the midfield. I always call him that, and he was getting so much stick last season for not doing enough, in my opinion. And then he's kind of come out in those last couple of games and then proved everybody wrong, and he has still got it. And then obviously he signed a new 2-year deal with us, so it's onwards and upwards, and he's proving everybody wrong, really, isn't he?
It is onwards and up to. He's almost, maturing like a fine wine. He's growing older by the year, but he's also getting better by the year, it seems. It's like normally players get worse as they get older, but this man seems to be getting better. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? Look, what has he scored? Seven. I heard that he scored 7 goals against Manchester United.
Six goals against Man United, and I could name you all of them goals. Actually, one of them was to make us stay up, wasn't it, in our first season? One of them in that 3-2 win. Then one at Old Trafford, and then he scored. I think he scored a penalty against them in that other one in 2018, and then he scored also a 2 goal, obviously in that 4-0 win, and then obviously those 2 yesterday as well, Sunday.
Unbelievable.
So,
seriously unbelievable. And it was absolute limbs, guys. If you haven't seen the vlog, go and have a look at it after this live stream, because it was absolutely insane. Generally very exciting to come, isn't it, this new season? It looks to be very good, and that Manchester game was amazing. But what do you think about, just quickly, what do you think about the Welbeck penalty shout? Do you think that was a penalty, Harry?
I was looking at it back on the screen, obviously, because I was watching it in the bar, so I had the benefit of the replay when I was listening to it, and I thought, I think we had a decent shout there for a penalty. I generally think that he kind of was pushed down to the floor, and I think I would probably stand by my fact saying that it was a nailed-on penalty. I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, Welbeck was in front of him, and who was it? Was it Martinez behind him who pushed him? Who was it? Or was it?
Yeah, he was very hot. He was very hot-headed, that defender, for his first game, I thought.
Yeah, he was, and it was right behind him, wasn't it? How could he have stopped him or got the ball cleanly down. I don't see, if you're behind someone and you're building pressure on someone's back and he physically went like that with his hands to push him over, I don't see how that couldn't be. And apparently VAR checked on that, and I generally can't believe. And it's the same with the linesman issue with Welbeck. He had a run on goal, and the linesman called it offside before he even had his attack. I thought that, I thought that they were changing the rules with linesmen where they had to play the game on until either the ball was hit out of play or something, wasn't it? Or they had to let the play go on or something like that. Yeah. And I'm really, really surprised that they called Welbeck offside and he put his flag up and the ref said stop the game because he was actually on a massive run on goal, and I don't really understand that. But yes, anyway, let's go on to the second thing then, talking about Cucurella and Basuma leaving. How much of an impact were these people after that game that we played against Manchester United? We looked like we didn't need these players at all. What do you think, Harry?
I personally agree with what you just said. I don't think we need them. I generally think that we looked all right, and I think there was a lot of people in that game, and that game actually did prove that we've got people that are already in the squad who can cover those positions. So I think Solly March was kind of playing where Cucurella used to play. So I think we've definitely got enough versatility in the squad, and we can adapt without them. I generally think that we can. But I think it was more Basuma that we maybe would feel a bit more with, but obviously Cucurella was the best player. But I think obviously Caicedo is like that replacement Basuma, and I think he has that nailed down there actually, because obviously he's young and he's got experience on his side, and he's got age on his side as well. So he's kind of onwards and upwards for Caicedo, isn't it? In that aspect, he's only 25. Is he 25 years old or 24 years old, something like that, or? He's still very young, isn't he?
Maybe. He's
24.
very, very young. And I personally agree. It's weird. I looked through that game and I actually completely forgot about Cucurella and Basuma the whole game. I was sat there and I was watching it, and there was not one moment where I was like, oh my God, Cucurella could have done better there, or Basuma could have got round and got forward there. But, just going back on the second goal, which was better than the first goal, in my opinion, was where, Moises Caicedo actually started that attack where he got the ball back. He almost shoved, was it McTominay? He almost shoved McTominay off him.
Trossard had a great bit in that goal as well. I think he backheeled it back to Caicedo, and that was really classy.
Yeah, he did. And then Caicedo budged, I think it was McTominay or someone, he budged him off, and then he ran straight up, and then he passed to Gross, and then Gross to Lallana, then to Solly March. He took the shot, and then bang, there was Gross. He went straight into his feet, and he hit it top bins. Like, that bit of football right there is just absolutely what I call Potter ball. Like, it's generally seriously good football. Like, I remember watching it live. I was like, I cannot believe how well we controlled the whole game. Like, generally
I know as much as you don't really rate Solly March, I think he had a big part in that goal there, because he obviously shot it and then it came off De Gea and then Gross just put it into the back of the net. So I think credit's got to be credit where credit's due for Solly March there. He played exceptionally that game. I thought Solly March. He was brilliant.
100%. And I don't like to hate on Solly too much, because I know a lot of people like him. I give respect to others, but at the same time, I generally thought that Solly March did have a very, very, very decent game there. And that shot, if he wasn't there, it's the same with everyone that was on that attack on that second goal. We absolutely worked as a team. Every player played extremely well. I couldn't really put a negative to it. But anyway, let's before we get people on this stream, because I know there is people on the chat right now. Cooksey, we have Bruno in here, we have Archie in here, we have Ryan, we have so many people in this chat right now talking away, and I'm really glad you guys are interacting with the stream. We are watching you as we're doing it. But yeah, listen, let's just go on to the last thing then, and let's talk about Graham Potter, our manager, and how well he has done ever since he's joined the club, and to what he's doing right now. To also, I guess it sort of carries on the conversation with Cucurella and Basuma. But Potter is being the guy to change how we've played without these two crucial players, and he's chefed something up for us, hasn't he? He's absolutely
100%.
He's absolutely done wonders for us that game, and I think it's all on Potter. I think it's all on Potter.
It is
really good.
Yeah, I do as well. I generally totally echo what you're saying, and I think obviously he's changed our dynamic of football and the way that we've played since he's come in. And I think I think Cucurella and Basuma actually have a bigger part to play in that than a lot of people mention, because I think he's actually built a team around those two players. Obviously, and then he's adapted really well. I think Caicedo's like a mirror image of Basuma there, and then obviously if he can get them playing the way that they used to play, I think why not? I think he could be aiming for higher jobs in the next couple of years, even in top six. He's definitely doable of that.
Yeah,
definitely.
and that's where Lewis's comment in the live stream right now saying Potter is the future England manager, bro.
Yeah,
and it's scary to say, but could you see Potter staying? How long, Harry, do you think you could see Potter staying in our club, or do you think he will stay forever and ever and ever?
He could be a little bit like a Sean Dyche with Burnley. He could be a little bit like that. Could be about 10 years. But no, I think we'll be lucky if we hold on to him for 2 more seasons. I think we'll be lucky because he's that good of a manager. I think that he'll be snapped up by a bigger team if like the top 6 teams come knocking, then it's a hard offer to resist, and then he could go off to one of them clubs or even abroad somewhere if there's a vacant opportunity somewhere.
I personally agree. Can you just put the mic a little bit away just so we don't kill our viewers? But I completely agree with Graham Potter. I completely agree with what you're saying. I do think Potter will stay a few more years. So I still see him staying for another 2 years at least, in my opinion. I just think at the moment he loves Brighton. He loves our fans. He loves the club. He loves how well he's fitted in with the players. And I think everything there, the dressing room seems so good, so positive. They seem to all be getting on. And Potter there, doing those, getting with the fans and on the matchday vlog that I filmed, he was, thumping his fist in the air at the away area, and it was beautiful to see, and I really do think he enjoys his time at Brighton Hove Albion. So, look, he's already denied Tottenham. I personally think that he will stay for another good couple of years, maybe. But look, I think it depends when England come in for him. It really does depend on when England come in for him. But what is Bruno saying here? Bruno says Potter is better than Vieira. Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think that, Harry?
100%. And I want to mention about the thing with Seagull Social this week with Daz saying that Palace is a bigger club. Honestly, that is completely incorrect. And if Daz sees this, that is completely incorrect. And we are much the bigger club, and we've got a bigger project going on than Palace ever will. Yeah. So, but no, I totally agree. I think our style of football's better, and I think we've got better youth coming through our academy and everything, and they're establishing themselves more in the Premier League than I think Palace have. They have a couple of youth players to Palace, but not to the level that Brighton do, because we're introducing and so a lot of players, and they've not really got many.
We are like, as I say, I don't want to go too far into what Matt said, but because I don't want it to cause massive arguments. But at the same time, I do think, like, if we are above Crystal Palace, we were above them. Weren't we 2 years ago as well? We were above them last season. Were we above them the season before that? I'm pretty sure we were. And even if we wasn't the year before last year we were above them. So technically, it makes us a better team and a bigger club anyway. So
Palace. I don't think Palace are going to push for Europe anytime soon. I mean, I've heard a couple of rumours, but it's just a couple of people that more support them. But I think Brighton have definitely got more of a European push than Palace will ever have.
Yeah, exactly. And people, let us all know in the chat. Do you think that Conference League could be a possible shout this season? And in my opinion, if we're gonna win against Manchester United without having a proper replacement for Marc Cucurella and Basuma, I generally think this could be a good shout this season to get near to conference or even just under it to even improve what we did last season in ninth. I personally think that if we carry on what we're doing right now, we will. And let's be honest, guys, as well, that we sold Cucurella. We have a bit of Ben White money left over. We have Basuma money. We can absolutely buy someone. Now, if we don't buy anyone this summer, because we haven't got long left, what was it, a week or less than a week now?
Yeah, something like that.
We go into the January transfer window. If we buy someone there, then look how good we can be. If we're going to carry on being this good without
100%.
Cucurella or a Basuma replacement, look how good we could be when we do get a replacement for our proper replacement, or do spend good money in the January transfer window for someone amazing. If we're already this good already without a replacement for him, look how good we could be in the January transfer window if we do buy someone big.
100%.
What do you think, Harry?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that we could buy someone. We've been linked with quite a few players, to be honest. So, yeah, 100%. And I think the squad that we've got there are gelling so well at the moment. So, I think it's just, I think we just need to keep going with it and keep going with what the project is, with what Potter's got going at the club. And I think it'll just make us hit new heights, really. And I think that's what we're seeing at the moment, really.
Yeah, no, 100%. Just before we move on to some more questions that people are asking in the live stream, if any of my moderators are listening right now, I sent the link to be able to join into this live stream. If you can put that link in the live stream, please, moderators, that would be amazing. So then people can get the opportunity to join. If you can do that, would be absolutely amazing. But as Effect Short says here, will Lamptey get game time this season? Will he get game time this season, Harry? Do you think? I think 100%. I think he's got to have game time. I think he showed that during the lockdown season. He was an absolutely exceptional player. I think he might have dropped off a little bit. I don't think he is as good as he was, but I think he is still a very, very good player. And I think he did a piece of really good skill on that game on Sunday, from what I saw. I think he sat one of their defenders down, really, didn't he? And then he went straight past him. So it's definitely I definitely think that there's a place for him given time. But I think if he wants to start, I think because there's so much place in the squad for places now. I think it might rely on someone being injured or something for him to actually get starts. But I think apart from that, I think that we will be able to start him, and I'm hoping that we'll see him and maybe even Solly March maybe even switch in that position, because they both can play that position. So yeah, definitely possible. No, 100%. Yeah, I personally, I haven't seen anything from Lamptey ever since before he got injured. Obviously, before he got injured, he was absolutely outstanding player. He looks to be okay when we saw him a little bit, but I don't really know how well. I guess we have to see him play really a full 90 or at least most of the game to really see how he looks now these days, because we don't really know what's going on in training. We don't know how good he looks, but he hasn't really been playing too much recently, has he? And he's been back
not really
for a little time, actually, after his injury. So quite surprised that he hasn't. If he was still that good, I'm sure that Potter would have put him back in, but Potter really hasn't put him in the starting lineup again. So I trust in what Potter says and does, to be fair. And well. I don't know. It will definitely be a good super sub. If Veltman's, because I think Veltman is so good now. It's going to be hard to replace him. So it all depends. It all depends.
But I definitely think that Veltman is going to be favoured over Lamptey in that position, because he's obviously he's getting more game time, and he only cost 900,000 I think from Ajax. So that was an absolute steal and a bargain for us from our point of view. So, and then obviously he's getting game time, and he's already scored 2 goals for us, I think. So he's a very, very good player, and he's definitely established his place in that starting 11.
Top notch in Ajax, top notch in Brighton, honestly.
Exactly.
We've got Edward here. He's saying, hello from Los Angeles, California. Hopefully, Brighton will win the next game. Good to see you, Edward. Thank you so much for joining in from Los Angeles. Sunny. Los Angeles. Love to see it. Day one, Brighton fan. Good to see you, mates, out here. Gross over Fred, yes, any day, day of the week.
Turned him inside out in that 4-0 win, didn't he? Cruyff turn after Cruyff turn.
Day one Brighton fan, mate. If you can put the link that I sent on the group chat in the actual live stream, that would be amazing, mate. That would be absolutely amazing. Ryan says Conference League is a very good possibility, says Ryan. We have Jay says Conference League is on for Brighton if they continue their great form, says Jay. Big up Jay in the chat as well. Let's see here. Will Brighton place higher than United? What do you think, Harry? Is that going too far?
I think that is going a little bit far, to be honest. I think just because, this stage in the season, you can't really judge anything. That we beat them, it doesn't mean that we're automatically going to finish higher than them, does it? Because obviously they've got another 37 games to make up points. So, it's a very, very long season, is it? It's a very, very long season. Very, very
It's a long season. I think we're going too much into that. I think we can think about Conference League, and I think we're not wrong in thinking about Conference League, because in the end of the day, if you can beat Manchester United, then you can definitely enter Conference League at least. I was with I spoke to a few people recently, and they were saying that Brighton could possibly get into, and these are Man United fans, could possibly get into Europa, and I think that's even too far. But Conference League, it's not a bad thing to talk about.
For the next couple of seasons, I think we need to focus on just finishing maybe 8th, 9th sort of place, and then obviously I think we might be able to push forward, because I don't think that you can push forward after finishing in the top half after one season. You need to have about 2 or 3 seasons before you can actually start pushing for Europe. Definitely. I mean, we can still push for Europe, but you just don't know whether you'll get it. I mean, this season we just need to aim to get more points than we did last season. No, that's always got to be an aim for any club.
Yeah, absolutely. Lewis says Potter will get us top 7, even the Conference League. Just quickly, big up Lewis. Lewis has put the link in the chat, guys. If you want to join this live stream right now and talk about Brighton, we have some questions for you. Then click that link that Lewis put in the chat. Lewis or Day One Brighton fan, if you could spam that a little bit, give it a good little spam in the chat there, so people can properly see that link and not miss it. That'd be amazing. But yeah, the link is in the chat, guys. If you want to join this live stream, we're going to carry on waiting for people to come on. We're gonna see what other people are saying in the chat. Harry, if you want to put on that other what's it called? Fan question little list that we got to ask the Brighton fans, so we get ready for it. Yeah, we've got someone actually waiting to come on now. Okay, we've got a few people wanting to come on, so we're going to add people on now because it'll be a good time to do it. Let's add on. Albion is Albion the best. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Good.
Good. How are you, mate? Just firstly, what do you think about that Manchester United match? How are you, mate?
It was good.
You enjoyed it. Were you there at the game, or were you watching it on TV? Were you there at the game?
Yeah.
Were you watching on TV?
Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, we dropped out.
He dropped out. He dropped out. Right. Bruno's looking to come on. Big up, Bruno. Yes, Bruno. What are we saying, mate? Bruno.
Oh.
Hello, mate.
Yes, Bruno. Bruno, first of all, asking you, what do you think? I saw you at the game. We got you on a little interview halftime at the game. What do you think of the match? How we played? And what do you think? You were there at the game, so what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant match. I was a bit nervy going to the end because they were all over us, but our defending was top notch.
Yeah, our defending was certainly top notch. And who were your top 3 players for Brighton from that game?
Obviously Pascal Gross, because he scored 2 goals. And Lallana.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
And Sanchez. That save from Rashford was astonishing.
It was, yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. Go on, Harry. What are you saying?
It was offside, I think, that Rashford chance, but it was a great stop from Sanchez, nevertheless. I thought, brilliant stop.
Yeah. Generally, it's quite interesting actually. You say Sanchez, considering he made that little fumble when he came out to punch the ball and sort of went in for an own goal. But So what else have we got here? So now, what do you think, if there is anything in this match, what we could have done better? 3 reasons what we could have done better. 3 little things that we could have done better in that match, and why. If you have any, or even 1. You don't have to do 3 if you don't want to.
I think maybe scoring a bit more, because we really need that 3rd goal. Yeah. Because that 3rd goal would have sealed it.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, it would have sealed the deal.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we should have sealed the deal in that game, and I think we definitely could have scored more goals. But moving on to next week, what do you think the score is going to be for the Newcastle game, and are you going to the game?
Yeah, I'm obviously going to the game because I'm season ticket holder, so yeah. But see, Newcastle are pretty decent now this year. So
they won 2-0 against Nottingham Forest, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, goals from Fabio. Yeah, goals from Cher and I think Callum Wilson. But what do you think the score's going to be, Bruno?
See, I want to be positive, but I just can't see us beating them. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh,
So I'm gonna
go
go.
on. What are you saying?
I'm gonna go 1-0 Newcastle.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to
okay.
go. I want to go 2-2, but I'm going 1-0.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
love it.
let's see.
Okay, mate. Well, look, Bruno, we've got a lot of people wanting to come on today. Really appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, get you on again, definitely. But yes, I really appreciate your questions and answers, mate. See you later, Bruno.
Yeah. See you later, Bruno. Yeah.
Cheers,
Thank you for coming on, Bruno. See you later. Brilliant.
So let's get Zane, I think his name is, in here. Yo, what we saying, mate?
Hello.
How are we? How are we? What did you watch the Manchester game away? Were you there? Did you watch on TV?
I watch on TV.
Oh, nice. What do you think of the game? The win, the 2-1 win.
At first I actually predicted it and I got it right, and I can't believe I got my prediction right.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you think, just quickly, do you think Gross should definitely be starting in the starting 11 from now on after those 2 goals?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Nice. Go
No.
for it, Harry.
And I definitely agree there. I think Gross should be starting every game. But who do you think your top 3 players were from the game for a Brighton perspective? Who were the best 3 players for our team?
Mope, Gross, and Sanchez.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's ask you, what were 3 things we could have done better in that match? You can give us 1 if you want to, but go for 3 if you want. If you have it.
3 if you want. Yeah.
Scored a 3rd goal.
Yeah.
Let's go. Gross should have got an hat trick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's joint top scorer with Erling Haaland at the moment. Is Pascal Gross? I don't think that'll last for long. Yeah, it won't last for long. But I think. But yeah. But are you going to the Newcastle game, Zane? And if so, what do you think the score's going to be?
Yes, I am going, and the score's going to be 3-2 to Brighton.
Okay.
Yes, love it.
Let's hope so. Who's going to score the goals?
Yeah, go on.
Who do you think scored?
Neil Mope, Tadic Lamptey, and Pascal Gross.
Nice, love that. Yeah, get there, Pascal. Keep going for it. Yeah, really appreciate that, Zane. Look, I appreciate you coming on. We have a lot of people on today, so hopefully get you on again very, very, very soon on the next one. I really, really, really do appreciate you and answering all our questions. Thank you so much for coming out, Zane.
Yeah, cheers, Zane.
You're welcome. Bye.
See you later.
See you later, mate.
All right, so we have a Boyka Benjamin. What we saying, Ben?
Oh,
he's just left. Right, we have Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan's good as well. Up the blue and whites. Hello, up the blue and whites.
Hello.
Oh, mate, all right.
Hello. Just quickly, what do you think about that Manchester United away game? Were you there, or did you watch it on TV?
I watched it on TV, and it was a brilliant game.
Fantastic game, wasn't it? Fantastic game. Do you think Gross should be starting in the starting lineup?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you absolutely do think so. Go for it, Harry. Go for it. Next question.
And I definitely think he should be starting. And who are your top 3 players from a Brighton perspective in that game? Up the blue and whites.
So obviously Pascal Gross got 2 goals. Solly March, he was absolutely class in that game.
Yeah.
And Sanchez, that save from Rashford was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a good save, to be fair. Even if it was onside or it was off, it was an absolutely magnificent save. And if there was 3 things you could say we could have done better in that game, what are those 3 things and why?
Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest, because the own goal, obviously, more communication in the box area, And there was another one where the defender cleared it, but I think Sanchez tried to catch it. But
yeah, I think McAllister was a bit at fault for that goal, to be honest. I think he tried to kick it, but then it kind of rebounded. But I think it was more Robert Sanchez, but I think McAllister had a little bit of miscommunication in the box there. But anyway, up the blue and whites. Are you going to the Newcastle game next week? And if so, what do you think the score's going to be?
Well, yeah, I am going to it, and I'm pretty sure I'm meeting up with Luke before the match, so you'll find out then.
Yes, mate.
Brilliant.
Yes, mate. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Get you on a little score predictions before the match. That'd be amazing, mate. So, who do you think will score that game?
Well, I'm gonna say 2-1 to Brighton.
Okay.
Okay.
I reckon Pascal Gross is gonna get 1 and carry on his goals scoring streak,
Yeah.
and then
Love
I
that.
reckon it's going to be like someone who doesn't normally score, like Veltman.
Veltman. Yeah, it's possible.
Ooh.
Who's going to score for?
I'd love to see that.
Who scored for Newcastle? Do you reckon?
Shah again.
Share. Yeah, definitely possible.
Nice. Yeah. Well, there isn't anyone else on the list to come on. Harry, is there anything else you want to ask up the whites?
What do you think about Moises Caicedo in that game against Manchester United? Do you think he played well in that Basuma role? And do you think Solly March played well in that sort of Cucurella role where he was playing?
Good shout.
Yeah, well, Moises Caicedo is a massive, like, he's got big boots to filling in for Basuma. He can definitely do it. He's very young. He's got a lot of years on him. And Solly March, I couldn't tell the difference between him and Cucurella in that match, to be honest. He did everything right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, totally agree.
No, absolutely. So do you think we are we're missing out on Cucurella and Basuma, or do you think we're going to do quite well without them?
We're going to do well, and 62 million pounds, whatever it was, is absolutely amazing. So if we spend that money correctly, then I reckon we could push for like Conference League.
Yeah,
absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
I've seen this week that we were being linked with Angelino, who's a former Man City left back, and he was at RB Leipzig, and then he's unfortunately another one that slipped through the net, and he's gone to Hoffenheim this week instead. So it doesn't look like we'll be getting him anytime soon. But who would you like to see us transfer if you had 62 mil up the Blue and Whites to spend? Who would you like to see us buy?
This is like a different one. I reckon Pierre Højbjerg from Tottenham.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's a great holding midfielder, and he's experienced. He plays alongside a lot of great players. So he's national team and for Tottenham.
Yeah. Do you know what? That is not actually a bad shout, and I'm not even saying this, but that is actually not even a bad shout because. With the amount of new players, obviously Basuma being there, I've spoken to a few Tottenham fans, and a few people say, we don't really like Højbjerg that much. He could go. He could. So actually, I don't see that being a bad shout, Højbjerg at all.
No, I mean
he is a very well respected midfielder with a lot of talent and a lot of maturity in that. So,
I think with Højbjerg, I personally think that he could have come to our club if he was at Southampton, but I think now he's at Spurs. I almost think that if he was to come to Brighton, he would be... I don't like sounding negative when I say this. I don't mean there's anything against Brighton, but I think he'd almost be downgrading clubs. I think if he went from Brighton or from Tottenham to Brighton.
Yeah.
But,
there's no doubt. There's no doubt. No, there's no doubt. Go on, mate. Go on.
Oh, right. So I reckon, like, if Bentancur Basuma will guarantee the spot against Bentancur. So I reckon if Bentancur just gets a little bit better and then replaces Højbjerg, he'll be sit on the bench more. And because he's used to like 90 minutes every week, he'll want to move and he would want to go to a team that would play him every week.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's like. Crazy things have happened in football. I don't think any of us could have foreseen that Jesse Lingard would go to Nottingham Forest.
No.
So I would never say never up the Blue and Whites, and anything's possible, isn't it?
I completely agree. No, I think you're very, very, very logical up the Blue and Whites, mate. I think you're very logical, and I think what you're saying is completely right, to be fair. I wouldn't disagree with it. I would not disagree with it.
Yes.
What do we think of the predictions for the Newcastle match, and who do we think is going to score, goal scorers and all that?
I think personally, I think it's going to be I think I'm going to go optimistic, and I think I'll go for a 2-1 Brighton here. I think it'll just be quite a simple game. We just need to go in and get the job done. And I think boys will have quite a little bit of momentum after last week, obviously, but Newcastle will off the back of that 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest. So it's going to be quite a difficult game, I think. And I think that Newcastle will score the first goal because they usually do, and I think Callum Wilson will get another goal for Newcastle. And then we will come back, and I think Trossard will score the equaliser. And then I almost want to say Danny Welbeck will score as well to make it 2-1 to us. And then I think he'll score about 70th, 60th minute, and then we'll go on to win the game. I think because we'll see it out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I definitely think we're going to take away the 3 points. I mean, after Manchester United game, I would hate to just lose the game after that. I hope we go on a good streak now. I really do want to, go on a bit of a good starting run with Brighton. Personally, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Brighton win for Newcastle. I don't want them to get a goal. I don't think they will get a goal after that performance that we played against Manchester United. My goal scorers are going to be Dennis Undav for his first goal for, not first goal for the Albion, I would say first goal for the Premier League starting season.
He came on, didn't he, against United for like a minute? I think it was like the last minute at the end.
Yeah, but he didn't really do too much, to be fair. But I'm going to say a Dennis Undav goal and a... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to carry on and say a Pascal Gross goal again. Why not? Let's just go for Pascal Gross again.
Who do you think is going to get Golden Boot? Erling Haaland or Pascal Gross?
Mate, I'd love to say Pascal. Pascal.
Could you imagine it?
Listen, we are now 39 minutes in. Me and Harry are trying to keep these down to just under the 40 minutes. So I think we're going to wrap up. I think it's good. We've had a couple of good people. Shame about the last one to end off on a pretty bad one with David Death. Definitely, guys, if you want to join again, we will be here for Sunday, sort of midday area. Would you say, Harry? Sort of midday area Sunday?
Yeah, midday's good. Midday's good,
talking about the Newcastle match at home. It's going to be a really, really, really good match. Hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully I'll see you lot there.
If it's on Sunday, it's hot off the press as well. It's the day after, we can. So it's going to be up to the minute evidence, and then also it'll be in the middle of the weekend where there'll be other Premier League games going on. So hot off the press. So come to Luke's channel if you want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Just to let people know as well, I'm just going to put this on the screen. This is massive, guys. This is massive. We are going to be doing a live commentary Sunday at 4:15 p.m. UK time. Chelsea versus Tottenham. Now, obviously, what you've got on the screen right here is you've got two Brighton players.
That don't look right.
No, it doesn't, does it? It looks so strange. And that's why I put them on the thumbnail, because I thought Mark Cucurella and Basuma there as well. But this is going to be a really interesting game. See if Cucurella actually plays against Basuma in two different big clubs. Like, it could be an insane game. I think it will be anyway. You know,
it will.
Chelsea,
I think so. Yeah, two London Giants going log ahead at each other. It's always a good. It's always a good ferocious game when it's a London derby. Always a good game. Never fails to disappoint.
Absolutely right, guys. We're going to end off now. Listen, anything you want to say? Closing thoughts, Harry.
I think it was brilliant, the Man United win, and I think the squad have so many reasons to feel optimistic going into this game against Newcastle this weekend. And obviously, let's hope we'll have the wind in ourselves a bit more, beating a higher class team than Newcastle did with Nottingham Forest. So all the best to the team for Saturday's game against Newcastle, and let's hope that we can get a positive result, and me and Luke will be back to talk about it on Sunday.
We shall be for the third episode of Luke Links Full Time. Well, listen, everybody, it's been your boy Luke Links Football. It's been your boy Harry, and we'll be back for you football fanatics in another Luke Links Full Time, the third episode. See you guys for the vlog Saturday. Big up the Albion. Let's do this.
See you later, guys. See. Let's go.